But yeah, I think we're gonna play some Broken Sword today then. Because we still have like, overall the stream would take like 15 minutes more, but like, today is Saturday, so I can go longer. No problem. So we're gonna go to, we're going to Ireland right now. The Ireland, only as the Chad, because Nico didn't want to go. Broken Wood 1. Bam. Okay, we can play now. I'm gonna favorite this game. I don't know why actually. Because she thinks it's not that good. Not that useful. Because there's like we found a Templar scroll, and on the Templar scroll there were like pictures of stuff, and one of those things was like a tripod. And we learned that it was found by some guy in Ireland. So we're going to Ireland for that. The game should show up in a second, hopefully. Gonna make it show. Oh, it showed up. Okay. Continue. And right now we're in Ireland. We were in museum. Now we're here. Also, Chad got like
it was the shake and shock buzzer I'd been given by the man in the costume shop.
Yeah, this, and you can use it on anyone, and he's like, "Oh, you want to shake my hand?" And everybody, no, thank you. We've seen a guy that gave the costume. We learned the name of the serial killer probably, and his name is like, I can't find this. Khan. His name is Khan. I will start by asking the question about a piegram is with the Russian princess. I honestly don't know. It's had Anastasia. Okay, I haven't heard about that.
It was a trap door in the sidewalk. I tugged at the trap door, but it was locked from the inside.
From the inside. Hello, random NPC that we're gonna love in a second.
The lad was doing his best to express his adolescent aggression. His effort was somewhat diminished by the fringe of milk on his lightly feathered upper lip. Hi there.
What?
What's your name, kid?
Who are you calling kid? Who the hell are you?
I love the freaking pictures.
I'm George Stobart, and I'm with the good guys.
You're a head case, mister. A few sandwiches short of a picnic.
Cut the crap and tell me your name.
Liam McGuire.
What are you doing
Maguire,
hanging around the bar,
freaking
Maguire?
Spider-Man?
I'm on the run from me dad.
Why? Did you do something bad?
I ain't done nothing, boss.
You can tell me, kid. Is it your dad?
Oh, sir. He drinks every last penny down his evil throat. And there's me poor old mother, bedridden and dying of presumption. I tried to buy her medicine. Chopped firewood for Father Mahoney till me fingers bled. The old skinflint cheated me too. But I took the pennies he gave me back home.
What are you
Look,
saying?
Ma, says I. See what your darling son has earned with his own sweat and blood. When suddenly, me dad appears and grabs the loot. I'm off to Dublin, heavy drinking, says he.
It really is.
Watch out
Oh,
till
oops,
I
I
get
won't see
back.
chat in a sec,
That's
so
why I runned away.
if you're
Something in the
saying
grin
something,
on his face
I don't
told
see
me
it
he
for
wasn't
now.
being strictly truthful. Compared to him, Huckleberry Finn was a candidate for Altar Boy
Okay,
of the
back
Year.
with chat. Okay. I don't think I missed anything. No. Okay.
Give me your hand.
Get lost.
Oh, come on. I just want to show you a little trick.
No way, mister. I don't do tricks. Father Mahoney told me I'd burn in hell if I did.
I just want to shake your hand, that's all.
No way.
I love her. Like, literally, nobody wants... Nobody wants to freaking shake his hand. Nobody. Like, I literally use I'm curious if anybody's gonna take it, so I'm just using it constantly. And everybody's like, no, thank you. Ooh, ew. With you?
What can you tell me about the castle, McGuire?
What do you want to know?
Well, can I get inside?
No, it's locked up.
Does anyone live there?
No. Only, what do you want to know? Oh, nothing.
You know something about the castle you're not telling me, don't you?
No,
What is it you're covering up? Is it something
are
you're
these
scared of?
I ain't scared of nothing.
I'll give you one last chance to tell me about the castle.
Oh, yeah? And what if I don't?
Then I'm taking you back to school.
Oh, there's a ghost. It's called the Phantom of Loch Man.
Sel, I would show you something. But he also threatened a guy on a phone. He was like, tell me who the freak is that clown, or else I'm gonna freak. You know, Tantart had family. And, you know, the little Jimmy won't see his dad home, his wife cooking dinner, won't see his husband home. And then the guy on the phone adds, and his dog. Oh, let's not get ahead of ourselves or something like that. I don't know. But he's just threatening everybody.
You're not
Ghost.
telling me you believe in ghosts, are you?
Mister, I seen it with me very own eyes. Last Tuesday night, I went up to see what that dig was about. I just reached the top of the wall when I hears this awful noise.
What sort of noise?
Oh, also Planter 2 is with
Snuffling and
the evil
snorting,
guys.
like
With
O'Brien's
like the
pig.
first guy that
worst,
died.
it was coming
Because we found another letter
inside the
that we
castle.
had to solve. Yeah, he's literally just a random tourist. Legit just showed up one. He's like, yeah, he's just American. That's it. That's everything we know about. I think we know his profession. I don't remember it, but it's not important. I think he's a lawyer. No, he's not a lawyer. What am I saying? But he's not a policeman or anything.
Did you find out what was making the noise in the castle?
No fear. I just sat there on the wall like Humpty Dumpty. The room was cracked and greasy like an old dinner plate. The yard was full of shadows. I could have been hiding anything. I would have gone home, but my legs had lost their stuffing.
Did you get to see the ghost?
Indeed I did. And a fearsome sight it is too. I sat on my arse, waited while the moon went down. Then out it comes from the shadows, all grey and tattered and hunched over like an old bent willow. Then I hears this spluttering and splashing and horrible laughter in the dark. I was so scared. Why, I fell off the bloody wall.
Can we stop asking
I'm
him
sure
about the
there's
ghost?
a rational explanation for
You
what
just
you
stop.
saw at the castle.
There is. The bloody place is haunted.
Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
Here in Lochmarn, they all dress like clowns.
The man
Based?
I'm looking for is a dangerous psychotic.
Jesus. It's just like that film I saw. There's this clown, see? And he's after this kid who saw him kill a guy. He tries to warn the sheriff, only no one believes him. Then, while he's in the tub, the clown
Is this
cuts
actually
him
a
up
movie?
with a chainsaw.
I don't
My
think it is.
God, that doesn't sound suitable for a kid like you.
Who are you calling a kid? I'm 25.
Yeah, right. You're not a day over 14.
Oh no, it's 25 that I am. Married with a car
What?
and 3 kids. 10 kids
I mean,
if you
okay, you're
count the
just
wives.
short. Thank you. Oh my gosh. This is the
Do
digging
you know a
guy.
man called Pegram?
Can you describe him like on the telly in the cop shows?
He's an English archaeologist.
I know the man you mean if he's the one.
Okay, that's it. He's an archaeologist. Oh, so I know who you're talking about. Like, it didn't even say how he looks like.
Can you tell me where I'd find Pegram?
No, I can't because he's not here now, but if I sees him, I'll ask him.
I just want to remind you guys that we came here just because this chat here wanted to. That's it. Was like, I'm gonna go there.
What do you think this tool is used for?
Lifting drains.
Dead right. How did you know that?
Work experience course at school. They
Finally,
give me a
somebody
choice
knows
of
what
going
it is.
down the drains or up the chimney.
You're kidding.
With kids. 10 if you count his wives. So yeah, actually, what I
Have
want
you ever
to say,
seen
I
this
don't know.
man before?
What a slimy character. No, I never seed him.
Oh, also we have a picture of Khan leaving the death scene of Plantard. So that's how we solve that it's Khan. But police already closed the case. I think, yeah, police already closed the case, so we can't do anything about it.
Have you ever seen anyone wearing one of these?
Sure. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That belongs to the killer clown you're looking for.
That's right.
Can I have it?
Sorry. I'm keeping this as evidence.
You should have told the cops.
I did. They weren't interested.
You should run tests on that, mister. You could identify the murderer with a sample of his snot.
Yuck. I don't think so. What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing.
Also, he loves showing this tissue to everybody.
Do you recognize this matchbook, McGuire?
No, sir. I never seen it before in my life.
Ever heard of Thomas Merlin? Or the Gruber Electronics Corporation?
No,
No.
Khan is actually Thomas Merlin. Or one of... What does this tissue... Yeah, he like says it to everybody and everybody's like, is this snot? And no, it's not. When Chad, yeah, this is... His name is George Chad something, I don't know. But we just call him Chad.
Do you know what Pegram was doing in the castle?
Digging for buried treasure.
Jewels.
And gold and skeletons, like in the films.
Okay,
See you
thanks.
later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Oh my freaking... Is this? Guys, it's American Dad, I think. Oh my gosh.
The young red-haired guy was plainly nervous about something.
Hello.
My name's
I
George.
think he's not
Pleased to
dead.
meet you, mister. My name's Fitzgerald.
What do you think this tool is used for?
Something to do with horses?
Wrong. It's for opening manholes.
Also, I love how, like,
Oh, really? Well, you learn something every
like
day.
he legit also shows this to everybody and is asking, you know what it is? And they're like, say something wrong, and he's like, wrong. This is for opening manholes.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I'm sure I don't know him.
What does this red nose suggest to you?
Blood.
Why's that?
I used to bleed a lot when I was a kid. Every time there was a playground scrap, I'd end up with a bloody nose. I wouldn't have minded, but I wasn't even involved in the scraps.
What?
What does this tissue suggest to you?
Nothing.
Shake my hand.
It's a trick, isn't it?
Damn it, you're right. I can't seem to fool anyone. Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No.
Check out this pass.
Thomas Merlin? No. Never heard of him.
What can you tell me about the castle?
There's nothing there. Just an old ruin.
How old?
I really couldn't tell you.
Yeah, his method is like, you see this toilet paper? Does it mean anything to you?
Have you ever explored the castle yourself?
I used to play there sometimes, when I was a kid. Then one of the little ones fell off the wall, broke his head and died. We didn't go there anymore.
You haven't been up there recently?
No.
And I also love how this works on everybody. Like, everybody's like, all for it. Like, the guy is like, you know what, this station, like, why are you asking me this? No, they're just like, no, I don't think it means anything to me. I'm sorry I couldn't help. And then it's like, what?
Do you know Professor Pegram?
He's the archaeologist, isn't he?
That's right. Did you work at Professor Pegram's dig?
What gave you that idea?
I don't. He's just saying stuff.
Can I get you another drink?
Oh, no, thank you. I shouldn't be drinking at all. I'm on tablets for my nerves. More than a pint and I'll pass out.
Okay,
See you later.
let's see everybody else. This guy jamming.
He wasn't listening.
He wasn't
The
listening.
guy sat in the corner as if he was a permanent fixture. There was a vacant look on his cow-like face that said quite clearly, "Nobody home."
Hmm.
Hello there. My name's George Stobart.
Pleased to meet you, I'm sure. I'm O'Brien. Can I help you?
Does this tool mean anything to you?
Hmm.
I'd say it was for lifting manhole covers.
Boom.
Do
Congratulations,
you
you won
recognize the man
nothing.
in this photograph?
Nope, I've never seen him before.
Does this red nose suggest anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Suggest anything to you? He, also, like, says suggest so aggressively. Like,
What
suggest.
do you make of this tissue?
I guess that muck on it is grease paint.
He's also right.
I'd
It's
like to
existing.
shake you by the hand, Mr. O'Brien.
Oh, no, you don't.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
The design is Middle Eastern, I'd say.
What can you tell me about this ID pass?
Gruber Electronics. I've never heard of it.
Okay.
Do you know Sean Fitzgerald?
Yes, I do. What you want with him?
Wait,
I
did,
want to talk
did
to
he
him
tell
about
her
working in
his
the
name?
dig.
I can't
But he
imagine
just said
anyone employing
Fitzgerald.
Sean Fitzgerald on a dig. He wouldn't know a post hole from his elbow.
Yeah, I mean, I think this guy just... I think this is just the dev.
Have you heard of the
Developer.
Phantom?
More than that. I've seen it. And let me tell you, it's a dreadful spectacle.
So it's not just a local legend. There really is a Phantom of Lochmar.
Oh, no. I was talking about the Phantom of the Opera.
Ah,
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar?
I most certainly have. A remarkable institution. Did you know? They were the originators of our system of credit. Their financial empire stretched from the Atlantic to the Caspian Sea. With bases in so many countries, they had to establish new methods of
just by the way,
fiscal
Sal, I
transfer.
think you might be a
So,
little
The
delayed.
Knights Templar were nothing but a bunch of bankers.
I don't get
So you
it.
can
Are you
refresh
saying
if you
these
want.
Templar guys invented bank charges?
In a manner of speaking, I suppose they did.
What a dirty trick. Didn't anyone try to stop them?
Oh yes, they were arrested and many were burnt at the stake.
Good. They bloody well deserved it if they were anything like my bank manager.
Yeah, we'll see how it helps. I also responded to the hopefully that will help a little later, so just in case.
What can you tell me about the castle, Mr. O'Brien?
It's a fine sight now, isn't it? Dates back to the 10th century, you know. Most of the existing building was added much later, of course.
Are the ruins open to the public?
Oh no, it's much too dangerous. Anyway, there's nothing of interest remaining.
Oh my, why? There's so much dialogue in
How
this.
can I get into the
some reason.
castle?
But those walls were built specifically to stop people getting in, Mr. Stobart. But I dare say you'll find a way, if you've the will.
I also want to explore the castle.
Can you
We're gonna
tell
go
me
there
about the
soon.
tripod which was
Hopefully.
found at the castle?
Now, there's a bone of contention and controversy. It was dug up by an Englishman of the archaeological persuasion.
Who was this Englishman?
Professor Pegram, the same man who dug up the gem.
Oh, we also need the gem, I think.
Do you know where I can find Pegram?
You're too late to meet that fella.
Is he dead?
Not that. But he's gone from the
She's
village.
in France.
A sore point with our esteemed host, I might add.
Do you know where Pegram is gone?
I'm sorry, but I don't. He upped anchor in the dark and shipped out before the dawn.
Why did he do that?
Who knows? A guilty conscience or a secret assignation. Whatever the reason, he'll not be missed in Lochmar. Maybe now the fuss about the gem has died down, we can get back to normal.
Okay, this freaking guy.
What can you tell me about the gem which Pegram found?
Now there's a gem which should never have been taken. A man would have to be full of greed to covet that stone. What's your interest in the jewel? You're not a reporter, are you?
No.
Oh no.
Thank the Lord for that.
I mean, I don't think we are.
Why is Peagram's departure upset?
Like, I want to make this
He's
guy,
lost a
like,
paid
completely
guest,
honest, and
that's why.
Nico is the
More
evil.
than that, there's the question of an unsettled bill. Poor
Even though
Michael
I
seemed
don't think
red over the
niceness
business,
feeds the
and
guy
I
that
don't
much.
blame
I
him.
mean, he's nice, but like he just wants to shock. I think he doesn't want to shock everyone because he's mean. He just wants to try it out. I think he just wants
Can you tell me more
because
about
he
the
got like
landlord?
Mick Leary,
such
he's
a
what
thing,
you
but yes,
call
he
a
is.
would-be sophisticated. The trouble is, his idea of sophistication extends as far as putting paper in the lavatory.
I never worked out why he did that. It's much too dark in there to read.
That's true. Have you ever run your hand over the back of the door? The graffiti is written in Braille.
What?
Goodbye for now.
Who's the chat that wrote graffiti in Braille? Oh wait, ready?
Hi, my
Back
name's
to him.
Stobart, George Stobart.
Hello there, mister. What can I do for you?
You know
What
what
do you
this
make of
is?
this tool?
It's for lifting manhole covers.
Everybody knows what it is here.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
It's a handsome mug on that fella, to be sure. Is he a film star?
Film? Film star?
What does this false nose mean to you?
No, you're a clown.
Does
I
this
love he
tissue
just
mean anything
doesn't
to
comment on anything
No,
now.
boss.
He just gave up.
you? May I shake your hand?
No, you can't.
Well, how come?
Because I'll spill me beer if you do.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
No.
Does this security pass mean anything to you?
I love how he like focuses on this
Well,
and then
no.
just gives up.
Do you know Professor Peagram?
Do I know him? Do I know the good professor himself? No, I don't. I mean, I know who he is, but I don't know him to talk to.
Do you know anything about Peagram's excavation?
Only that he didn't have the right tools for the job. What he needed was shovels and a JCB.
What?
Peagram was digging for historical remains, not coal.
Is that a fact? What the hell for?
It's the science of archaeology, part. Understanding how people used to live by what they've left behind. One day archaeologists might be digging up our remains.
Imagine that, Mr. O'Brien. I wonder what they'll find.
Well, it won't be arrowheads and beakers. Fast food cartons and flavored condoms, more likely.
What are you? What's happening? Who are these people?
Did anyone from the village work at Peagram's dig?
I tried it myself, but that high and mighty history man called me incontinent. What a nerve. Hadn't I dug more holes than the rest of them put together?
Do you remember seeing Sean Fitzgerald at the dig?
Let me see now. I think me brain box needs a spot of lubrication.
Can I buy you a drink?
You most certainly can.
Give me a drink for my friend here.
Who? Doyle? Has he conned you into buying for him? Shame on you, Patrick. Same again.
Just a point this time, Michael.
1 point of ground coming up.
Do you remember Sean Fitzgerald now?
I can picture the scene as if it was only last week. Come to think of it,
Wasn't it last week?
it was only last week. Fitzgerald
Yeah.
was there all right. Him and a bunch of students. He was speaking with the boss man.
Can you tell me anything about the castle on the hill?
Oh, I don't know much about anything. You should ask Mr. O'Brien here. He just joined up writing. Would you be one of them history fellas yourself?
I don't freaking know.
Oh, no, I'm here on vacation.
Yes.
What's that?
A vacation part. It's what the Americans call a holiday.
Oh, right. In Lochmarn? You come to Lochmarn for a holiday?
Sure, it's a very pretty place.
Where the hell are you from, mister?
California.
I know it. That's where the Bruins come from.
Yeah, amongst other things.
Nice.
Bye for now.
I forgot he's from California. Okay, let's talk to this guy now.
The white whiskers on the bartender's flushed face
I
were
have
like
two
garlands
people
on a
to talk
Christmas
to. Oh
tree.
my gosh.
The resemblance
I'd probably go
ended
back to
there.
this guy.
The top of his head was too slick and shiny to act as a perch for a Christmas angel.
What?
Top of the morning to you.
I beg your pardon.
Well, that's what you Irish say, isn't it?
This game
Do
is
you
so
want
freaking
something? Or are you just
racist.
flaunting your xenophobia?
Well, I was trying to be sociable.
Is it a room you're after?
No.
No, thank you. I don't plan to stay too long.
Who does? Most folk take one look at Lochmarden and jump back on the bus.
Like, you missed that there was like a woman from, a British woman, and like, she really does look like an English woman. She was fat. She had like a mole on her face.
Have you served any...
Sorry, she was thick. She wasn't fat.
clowns recently?
Pretty thick.
No, you're the first
I was
today.
like 60, I think.
Here's something which might interest you.
It doesn't.
Do you recognize this man?
No, I don't. What do you want with him?
I've got a score to settle.
I don't want any trouble in the bar, mister. If it's a fight you're looking for, see Father Mahoney.
A priest? A man at the cloth?
Is this Mahoney?
Sure. And he teaches the boys how to box at the youth club. According to Mahoney, it develops character. Isn't that right, Pat? Didn't he teach you the art of pugilism? Doyle.
Sorry, Michael. I was miles away. What did you say?
Ah, never mind.
Nose.
Does this false nose mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
That's disgusting.
Uh-huh. I found it in the sewers.
What's the idea of waving it around in my face? You're worse than old Ron. Put it away, man.
Oh, also once I showed it to like a hotel clerk or whatever, hotel receptionist, and he was like, first he asked, and then like, oh, should I throw it away for you? And the child is like, no, I'm gonna keep it. I need it.
Hey, bartender?
Landlord, if you don't mind.
Sorry. Shake my hand, why don't you?
Now, why should I do that? What have you got up your sleeve?
Nothing. Come on, just shake my hand.
Oh, not just now, mister. I have to be careful on account of the health restrictions.
Aw, jeez. Do you recognize this matchbook?
No, sir.
No, so?
Do you recognize the name on this card?
No. Should I?
Nah, it was a long shot.
Everything we're doing here is a long shot.
Do you know a man
honestly.
called Pegram?
Indeed I do. Are you a friend of his, by any chance?
Oh no, I'm just trying to track him down.
That doesn't
Me
sound
too.
good.
That son of a bitch should be locked away.
Did Pegram stay here?
Yes, he did. 6 nights plus breakfast.
I'll try a glass of beer, please.
Is this your first pint of real ale?
Well, I guess so. What's real ale, anyhow?
Beer that's brewed from natural ingredients to traditional methods. It shouldn't be kept under pressure or refrigerated. And
Okay.
finally, it should have a good body and distinctive character.
In
Yeah,
other words, it's flat and warm with bits in, and it makes you fall over.
thank you. Yeah, he is Whitebeard. I love the sound. We did something. That's the cue for doing stuff.
Look, I gotta be going.
What's this?
It was a beer-stained piece of toweling.
Oh yes, another trash. Let's go. Boom.
It was a beer-stained piece of toweling.
Let's go. We have more trash.
It was a rectangle of toweling printed with the words, Nagopaline Stout builds body. The guy sat in the corner as if he was a permanent fixture. I'd been taught not to judge people by their appearance,
Oh, I don't
clothes,
think it
or the
helps.
length of their hair. Nobody ever said anything about runny noses.
Oh, we have a tissue though. I can give it to him. Talk to the guy, not go here.
Hi there, old-timer.
What?
Nasty cold you've got there. As soon as the words left my lips, I regretted them.
Is there such a thing as a cold which isn't nasty? I put the question to Father Mahoney. Father, says I, why were we born to suffer snot?
What did he say?
He said, it's my reward for being out all night like a sinner. Pious prig. Anyway, This is no ordinary cold. 'Tis the hay fever.
Pollinosis?
Thank you. You're not a policeman, are you?
Excuse me?
Police? No. I'd know it if you were.
Okay, do you know what it is?
Can you identify this tool?
No.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
I can't tell without me glasses.
What does this red nose mean to you?
Nothing.
You could make use of this tissue.
Never use them. Those things are unhygienic.
He looks straight into my face.
Hey, would you like to shake my... no, on second thought, forget it. Could you use this towel?
I mean,
could,
okay, this is a
but it
sewer
wouldn't be
tissue.
much use for
So
anything
I
else.
kinda understand why he wouldn't, but...
What does this matchbook mean to you?
Nothing. Go away and stop bothering me.
Take a look at this ID card.
I don't know anything about it.
Can I buy you a beer?
Very kind, I'm sure. But I don't drink the stuff Leary sells.
What's wrong with it?
Yeah, but he showed you
I've
some
seen
tissue
what
says.
it can do.
What?
Can you tell me how to get into the castle?
Don't even think about it, me bucko. Lochmarn Castle is haunted.
That's what the kid outside told me, but I don't believe
The
it.
kid outside.
you're a
I don't
fool.
even know how old
Ghosts
he is.
don't bother me. I still want to visit that castle.
You
Kinda
can't.
looks like Fred.
It's not open to the public.
There's
He
no one
even
around
sounds
to
like
stop me,
Fred,
is there?
now that I
That's
think about
right.
it.
Nothing
From
human,
Scooby-Doo.
anyhow.
Have you ever seen the ghost?
To be sure. With me very own eyes.
Can you describe the ghost?
It was horrible. A wee stunted beast. Long beak. Straggly, flappy wings.
A
Are
bird?
you sure it wasn't a wild animal? A rabbit or a skunk or something?
Skunk. In Lochmarn? That'll be the day. No. That was a ghost, to be sure.
A ghost.
I think I know what you saw on the castle wall.
I know what I saw.
I don't think so. It was the kid, McGuire.
What?
He was up on the wall last Tuesday night. He thought you were the Phantom of Lochmarn.
Oh.
Oh! Okay, solve
Do you know
the mystery.
Pegram, the archaeologist?
Big
That's
brain.
the scrawny fellow who was poking around at the castle, isn't it? No, I don't know him.
What's that you're making?
It's a necklace, me bucko.
Oh, sure. Made out of steel wire?
That's right. A necklace for my pretty one.
My pretty
When my little lover feels it round her slender neck, she'll be mine.
What?
All mine.
Okay, I'm scared.
I'll see you
I'm
later.
gonna slowly move away. Hello, I'm the cupboard now. Okay, let's talk again with this guy.
Mr. Fitzgerald? Doyle told me you definitely worked at the dig. He's seen you there. You might as well admit it.
I knew this would happen. I knew I'd get caught.
I need to talk
I'm not
to
gonna
Professor
freaking murder
Pegram
you, dude.
if he's still alive.
What do you mean? Is he in danger?
Yes.
Yeah, you too, if I'm right.
You're not from the Social
This face.
Security.
Hell no. What makes you think that?
Well, I was claiming benefits at the same time I was working.
Kaden, is Hank Hill
I'm not in a
from
position
American
to make
Dad? Is that the
judgments,
dad? Because I
That's
don't know.
between
I'm not
you
sure.
and your
Because
conscience.
if so,
All I want is to
I
talk
said
to
that when we
Pegram
walked
about the
in.
jam.
But he's not here.
I know that. But he left that package with you, didn't he?
Okay. Do
Ever
you know
seen
what
this
this?
towel before?
No, I'm
Doesn't it
in the
belong
city.
on the bar?
Very observant, Fitzgerald. So where did Pegram go?
I don't know. I swear it. He came to see me early this morning. Said he was leaving. He asked me to give this package to a guy called Marquet.
Marquet.
Show me what's in the package, Sean.
I can't do that.
Why you
not?
can't hear?
I promised the professor.
So what?
I guess
you didn't
because
have any qualms about your benefits,
connection
man.
or something again.
So where's the
I
harm
don't
in
know.
taking a peek inside Pegram's package?
You don't know these people.
I think Kaden
I
already
can't.
told me
I
once
don't
why
dare.
he doesn't hear often.
This is your last chance to show me the package, Fitzgerald. I've been patient with you, but
Ah,
now it's
yeah,
time
okay,
to
that
kick
makes sense.
ass.
Just
But
watch.
you'll kill me.
Just
Who?
I'll watch my
Back
stream
from
and
Paris.
done.
Jack Marquet.
Just turn it
Pegram
on as a
told me
screenshot.
if I gave him the package unopened, I'd hear no more about it. But if I double-crossed Marquet, I'd be dead.
I'll deal with Jacques Marquet. Give the package to me.
We're playing Worms.
No.
But
Why should I trust you?
Yes.
I don't know who to trust anymore. I wish I'd never even heard of the Lochmarn gem.
Oh. I think he's dead.
Hey, I just seen a big red...
Get out of here, Maguire. Come back when you're old enough.
What's the lad howling about?
A big red sports car. Sean Fitzgerald's been runned over.
Get out! Noisy little tyke.
Maybe you should send out some medicinal brandy maker.
Oh, yes. And who's going to pay for it?
Not me.
Me too, neither.
Okay, I'm going. Freak you guys.
I was telling the truth about Fitzy, mister.
Okay, calm down. Now tell me what happened.
I was standing here, minding me own business, when I saw this beautiful red sports car coming up over the hill. Would you look at that, says I. And I going over to take a closer look. Next thing,
CGI car, let's go.
Fitzy comes tearing out of the pub and nearly knocks me on my ass. But the car
What?
flies at him. It was too fast for poor old Fitzy, and hit him an awful wallop. He goes flying up on top. Jesus, says I thought he was a goner. Next thing, the driver hops out, and I couldn't believe my eyes.
The freaking animation is pretty sick though.
He was dressed like a bloody pixie.
Oh, thank you. Oh, so it's the clown. It's the Joker. Is there a panic when I cut him and was run over by a leprechaun? Khan rented a leprechaun suit, it must be him. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's go away from this place. Hello?
The farmer's craggy face was set in a mask of aesthetic appreciation. His feet were set in a pair of manure-caked boots.
Nice. Let's say. So how much percentage do we have done? We have 38% game done. We're going like Sonic.
Hi, do you speak English?
Well, no. What if I was to say no? An implication of cognizance shrouded in denial. A pretty poser of a paradox
Okay.
indeed.
I gave him the look I'd perfected when I was 12 and was going to be the greatest hypnotist of all time. It was a killer.
Are you attempting to hypnotize me,
Clearly
or is
raising
it
a
the
finger.
constipation you're suffering?
I was a little out of practice.
I was a little out of practice. What is
Does
this?
this tool mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. Is it used on sheep?
No, it's for lifting the covers off drains.
Never. How?
What part of
Well,
sheep
the end of the tool fits
would
into
use
the hole in the cover.
this tool?
They'd slip out. Angles are wrong. You'd never do it.
I have. I did it in Paris.
Wow.
Do you recognize
Flexing.
the man in this photograph?
No, but I wouldn't trust him. His eyes are too close together.
Okay.
Does this false nose mean anything to you?
You're a circus clown.
He doesn't even like deconfirm that. He's like, maybe I am.
What do you make of this tissue?
That's a
Just
sorry
drops
sight
the
to wave about
drops
in
the
public.
drops the plot.
Would
I
you
want
like to shake
say,
my
but
hand?
that's not what I
What
meant.
is this? I don't do that male bonding stuff.
Male bonding.
Have you any use for this towel?
Whatever gave you that idea? Oh dear me, no.
I mean, he probably. I mean, he has the. I mean, at this point, I would
What
be
do you make
surprised
of
if
this
he
matchbook?
wants to be a
Seems
clown.
ordinary enough to me.
Do you recognize the name on this card?
I can't read that little writing.
Dude, you could say what's written on it though. Like,
What can you tell me about
I'm
the
not
castle?
stopping you.
Not much, I'm sorry to say. Most of its history is long forgotten. Ah, but if these old stones could only speak, what stories they'd tell. Stories to make your toes curl and your blood run cold. You know, This castle is said to be over 600 years old.
Nice. Car.
Have you seen Professor Pegram?
No, he's packed up and gone.
Do you happen to know where?
Is
Back in
this
England, I
him?
suppose.
Did you happen to see a red sports car down on the road?
I caught a glimpse of a flash of red on the hill and heard the racket. Sure, it was an awful
We
noise.
did the right
A
stuff.
sports car,
Music
you
is
say?
playing.
A Ferrari, to be exact.
A racing car? And what was it doing here? The poor fella must have been lost.
The driver of the Ferrari was involved in an accident.
Is that so?
Yeah, he knocked somebody down outside the bar.
What an idiot! How could a thing like that happen?
He was traveling too fast.
So fast, he ran right under the car?
I mean,
Speed.
the car was traveling too fast.
But you'd have thought the idiot could have heard it coming.
Maybe you know the guy who was hit by the Ferrari. His name is Sean Fitzgerald.
Oh, I know him all right. That's me nephew, the idiot responsible for the
Oh, so
stacking
he's-
of my hay cart. Was he killed by the car?
Oh no, but he has been abducted.
Well, that's a relief now.
Aren't you going to look for your nephew?
What for? From what you say, it's too late.
Well, you
Wow.
could report the matter to the police.
Better not. Besides, what could they do?
Well, they could mount a search.
They have only the one bicycle between them. In a question of superior acceleration, I put me money on the Ferrari.
What?
I think you ought to know exactly what Sean has gotten himself into.
I'm not sure I want to know.
But you're his uncle, his own flesh and blood.
You're right, but what can I do? If I'm not here to guard it, some idiot might try to climb the haystack. What a moral dilemma.
Oh, so I know what to do
Stay
now.
here and guard this potentially lethal agricultural construction, or to go off in search of the prodigal nephew, the very man responsible for said hazard. It'll need some thinking about.
Why, there's no problem.
You're right. Why didn't I think of it before? We'll demolish the haystack.
Let's go. Let's
You
freaking
don't
go.
have to demolish the haystack to go look for Sean. I'll stay here in your place and warn anyone who's silly enough to climb it.
Marvellous. I think I should start me inquiries in the bar.
Bye. I'm gonna climb the haystack now.
He strode off in the direction of McDevitt's bar, leaving me to contemplate the stack of
Let's contemplate the stack of hay together. Let's go.
The stack of hay stopped
That's
short
fun.
at the top of the wall. Even if I stretched as far as I could, the wall was out of reach. What I needed was a slice or two of Alice's Wonderland.
Right. Okay. Oh?
I pushed my fingers into the narrow crack. It went back several inches into the rock. I pushed my...
Okay.
There was a narrow crack between two of the stones.
Wait a second. Oh, I didn't know. I forgot
I
it's so
inserted
long.
the end of the lifting key in the mortarless crack and gave it a firm shove. It remained lodged in the wall, jutting out to form a step.
Dang. Big brain moment. Oh my gosh, what the freak is this goat? This is so scary. This goat is scary. Just a second, okay. Oh my gosh. Kill the goat fast. Freak, I'm scared.
It was a rusted piece of iron, maybe part of a plow or something.
This goat is scary. Can I get this? Ignore me, ignore me, ignore me, ignore me, ignore me, ignore me, please. Oh my gosh.
The rope by which the goat was tethered had become tangled on the old plowshare.
Let's go. Solved it. Another beautiful cutscene. But I really dig the animation. Like, it's kinda like very old school. I guess it's an old game, but I'm gonna rescue the goat on the way back. Don't worry.
The sack contained a fine white powder.
Drugs?
As I dipped my fingers into the soft white powder, I realized what it was. Plaster of Paris. I'd used it in kindergarten to make casts of animal paw prints.
What? Oh,
It was a handful of plaster left in the castle by Pegram's archaeology team.
nice. A low item. Dang.
It was a statue which had fallen from its place on the wall. 5 fingers of stone projected from the back of the carving. The statue was too heavy to lift. It overbalanced into the sand.
Can you put it back up? Okay, know what to do. Oh,
As I swung the stone upright,
this
I
puzzle
noticed it
is
had
not a
left a
puzzle.
pattern of holes in the sand.
Ooh.
I placed my fingers in the 5 impressions left by the fallen stone. It was weird.
This is
They
so
fit
freaking risky.
perfectly.
Okay. Then put this on. Okay. We of course this has to go here.
The statue was too... I placed my fingers and thumb into the hole.
Okay, nothing happened.
There
Can you
was
look
a
at this?
pattern of 5 holes arranged on the wall. They'd been drilled there deliberately.
Okay.
Behind the altar, I tried in vain to move the panel.
Okay, let's pull this up, I guess.
The statue lay face up in the soft sand. It was a rectangle of toweling.
Okay, we have to solve this.
I swung.
Okay, there's this. Let's put this here. Oh, okay, I know what we'll do.
I squeezed the towel as hard as I could, but it was barely damp.
Okay, it needs to be damp.
Maybe not.
Okay, we need to make it damp. So it has to be wetter, I guess. Okay, I guess we have to get out for now. Goat. I'm scared to get closer to the goat. I actually can't do anything with the goat. For now it's trapped. Okay, moss. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna for now. Hello. For now, I'm just gonna ask for a tip. Do I have like every? Do I have things I need, or do I have to go back and look for something? Because like for now I want to solve this. If I'm gonna have more troubles, then I'm gonna ask how to solve this. But for now, I just want a tip, maybe, just to not waste too much time. Oh, I have to be quick. Okay. Okay. I mean, the goat I actually have. If that's what you're talking about, but okay. Speed.
It was a rectangle. It was a rectangle of toweling printed with the word.
Okay. Hmm. Oh. Oh.
I
Okay. I
sprinkled
see.
the
I see. Okay. Yeah, I have plaster of Paris. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for the
I
tip.
squeezed the towel as hard as I could, but it was barely damp.
Just barely down. Wait, no.
I smoothed the plaster level with
Oh.
the sand. It was my first experience of home improvement.
Home improvement. I think I still
I
Oh.
squeezed.
Can I put no? Ah, okay, I see.
I
need to do this. Okay, I don't know. Put the plaster on the horse. I put more. Okay. Come back to the Oh, okay. Thanks. I have to, I guess. Okay. There's the button. Okay, let's go. Okay, thanks. To the bar back fast. I mean, fast the other way. Where is the exit here? Wait, I think I missed something. Wait a second. How do I make the tower wet though?
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Okay, I
May I
know.
borrow this towel?
Sure you can, on one condition.
What's that?
You keep it away from old Ron.
Who's Ron?
That's him in the corner, with the hygiene problem.
Oh, okay.
May I have another beer?
Certain.
Yeah.
That's the secret of the master brewer, sir. Each barrel is lovingly manhandled in time-honored fashion, suspended on skillfully tied ropes of the finest hemp, lowered into the cellar, utilizing the forces of original gravity, like
Yeah,
matter from
most
heaven.
Ratu is fine, or do you want to be like? Should we call you differently?
May I borrow this towel?
You.
Wait, why am I showing this tower again?
Does this...
I'm not interested.
Oh, okay. So, okay, we're
Look,
then Moss.
I gotta...
This game is pretty fun, honestly. Like, I didn't know what to expect. I saw like this game recommended. I guess I just read it
Hello
somewhere.
again. What? Could you use this towel?
I could, but it wouldn't be much use for anything else.
And okay, wait.
If I was...
I think I'm just.
I've got flesh bones as soft and white
I
as
don't know why
a
I'm speaking this.
newborn babe's. Rabbit, that's what gets my juices flowing.
Oh, thanks for the follow, Moss. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Freaking.
I'll see you later.
Yeah, we usually play this game like on Sundays. Like I would play this game like tomorrow, like 2 hours earlier. But we finished the
Hey.
previous game today,
Hello there again, mister.
so I thought to play this.
What do you think of this towel?
Now, there's a fine piece of cloth if ever
Hey, it's
I did
very
see
fun.
one.
It's very funny.
It must surely come from linen cupboards of the Vatican itself.
Okay, but
Bye for now.
I think wait a second. What is this?
I pushed the switch down, but in doing so it snapped off in my hand.
What did I push?
I tugged at the trap. It was a rectangle of... The plastic cover had been smashed and broken away, revealing a switch. It was
Oh.
impossible to...
Okay, so I think so I have to solve this first, I guess. Wait, what is he saying?
It was impossible
To return the switch to the original position. Okay, I guess I opened something. Probably I can't go to the back room. I guess I have to do things. So let's go outside. It's,
I tugged at the trapdoor.
but it was locked from the inside. And but this button, what does it do? I don't think. Yeah. Okay. What the button do though?
Hey, McGuire,
What?
did this pixie have a scar on his
The freaking
cheek?
pictures are amazing.
Couldn't see. He was wearing a stupid mask. Are you a special agent?
Sorry to disappoint you, kid, but I'm not. Did
Okay.
Fitzgerald drop anything when he was hit?
I didn't see. It all happened so
I mean, I
fast.
saw it in the cutscenes.
Maybe
so
the
I
package
guess
fell
it
somewhere
is.
out of sight. What do you make of this, kid?
Hey, that's one of Leary's towels. He'll skin you
Yeah.
alive.
That old windbag doesn't scare me. Anyhow, I'm only borrowing it.
So I
You're
guess
pretty cool, mister. For an old guy.
I don't even know how old the
See you later,
freaking
kid.
Chad
Okay,
is
mister.
here. I know his name is George, but here we call him Chad. He also looks like Fred from Scooby-Doo. Okay, so I have to get behind the. Can I just walk?
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Excuse me?
No customers behind the bar. Ever.
Ever. Oh, okay, I see. I see. I see. Oh, I see. Okay, let him. Liam Maguire. Okay. Can you cough again? I don't know when you cough. Is it just random? it's
As soon as the old guy looked away, I grabbed this piece of wire.
nice. Let's go. I have wire now.
It was a short piece of wire, twisted into a rough circle.
I'm gonna choke the guy. That's my goal.
Excuse me?
Yes, sir?
Listen,
Does
I'm
this
gonna.
piece of wire mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
But I can ask him for the beer. So I asked you for
Check
this.
out my card.
I've seen it, for heaven's sake.
Oh, I can just ask more. Okay.
Hey, how about another drink?
See him again?
Do you serve cocktails?
I'll serve anyone with manners. And money.
No, I'm serious. Have you considered turning McDevitt's into a cocktail bar? Cocktails are chic, cool, and popular with younger drinkers.
What? Kids in the bar? Can you imagine it? Pinball,
Okay,
pinballs,
I'm gonna
and puke.
do that in a second.
Right, I get the picture. I'll settle for a glass of stout.
I'm sorry, but the pump appears to be broken.
I could fix it for you.
I don't think so. This is a job for a professional electrician. Oh well, at least the glass washer is still working. It's not my idea, is it?
Oh, it stopped working.
It just so happens I'm an electrician. Check out my
Based.
credentials.
Well, no. Isn't that marvellous?
I showed this to
Here's
the
a
guy
house
like 5 times.
bedeviled with faulty wiring of a wayward nature. Here's you, an electric man, with a little plastic card to prove it. I still want to see what you can do before I let you touch me beer pumps. You can make a start on the glass washer.
Okay. No, Stel, this is just a card we
And when
found
you
from the
finish
killer.
that, will you take a
In
look
the
at the
pants of the
pumps?
killer. Once. Okay, wait. What did you tell me to do? The washer?
I couldn't see anything obviously wrong with the machine. I figured it must be the wiring.
Boom.
I used all my knowledge of electrical engineering to examine the plug.
Let's go.
It was an electric glass washer.
Let's go. Let's freaking explode. Let's blow this up. Dude, I want you to go there.
Excuse me,
Yes, sir?
does this piece of...
No.
Check out my card.
I've seen it, for heaven's sake.
Okay.
Look,
Listen, I'm gonna fix your machine. Okay.
I couldn't see anything...
Okay, listen. Okay, this is gonna... Okay. Okay, let's go outside for now. Let's do that thing you said. I should wire this outside, I'm guessing on one of these. No, okay. Probably not yet. I'm like... my way of doing stuff is so out of order that I will never know. Okay.
It was an electrical plug attached to the glass washer.
Okay. We have stuff. We should use stuff. We should use stuff. I'm freaking blind, probably. Let's talk to people.
Hello,
Maybe they have
what?
new stuff. I'm gonna show
This
him the
wire
wire.
belongs to you.
Oh no, never saw it before. No.
Okay.
What do you make of this white powder?
Ah! Hay fever!
I'll see you later.
Let's talk with people.
Hey!
Hello there again, mister.
Okay.
Does this piece of wire mean anything to you?
Not me, mister.
Do you recognize this white powder?
No, I don't.
I thought I already did this, but I guess
Bye for
something I maybe clicked in the wrong spot. No, wait a second. Here. Yeah, okay. Thanks. We need to get to a different puzzle so I can show off, show myself.
I replaced the fuse
Show
with
what
a
I can
piece
do.
of wire. I knew it was dangerous, but I was desperate enough to disregard everything I knew about standard safety precautions.
Trucks, let's go.
Excuse me, Mr. Leary. I fixed your glass washer, no problem.
Bingo! And a blessing to all the saints. A free half-pint to that man, on the house. Now, could you take a look at the beer pumps?
Well, I guess so, but I'm not making any promises.
Well, still,
You can't
we're not
fix
gonna
it. I'll
electrocute
have a riot on
ourselves.
my hands.
We're not
The
gonna
pumps
touch
are
it
in the
anymore.
cellar, right?
That's
This
right.
is I just freaking
You'll find
set
a
up a
flashlight down there
murder
somewhere.
weapon for us. Okay, let's go. Pull out the lever, Kronk.
I pushed the lever and heard the grating of metal, but nothing appeared to happen.
Okay, then all my plans are terrible, but they always work out. Put it back.
I pulled the lever and the bolt creaked back into place.
Okay, we need light, I guess. Is there anything here? Wait a second. Let's check the lever.
It was the lever which locked the trap door.
Ah! Okay. My plans are terrible, yeah. You can quote me on this if you want. Okay, let's start. Okay, now let's pull this out. Boom.
I lifted the trap door and an overpowering smell of stale beer rose from the cellar below.
Let's
I looked
go.
down on a stone-tiled floor, way too far to jump.
Oh, hello there.
Excuse me.
There was a nasty feeling in my guts I usually associated with light opera. It was Khan. What's the problem?
Did you see what happened here a few minutes ago?
What was that?
A man was involved in an unfortunate accident.
Why you
I
don't
didn't
have
see
to tell me
anything.
this?
What about the boy?
He doesn't know anything either. The kid, well, you know how it is in these rural communities. Not enough genes to go round. I prayed McGuire had the sense to keep his mouth shut. Was the guy hurt bad?
He's been taken care of, but he thinks he dropped a small parcel. You didn't happen to find it, did you?
If I had, I would have taken it to the police.
This guy is like
Of
the villain
course.
for now.
Thank you.
I don't know if there's another later on. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Now I could see. I spotted Mr. Leary's flashlight easily. Then I noticed a flash of light.
Takes the
Something
flashlight.
sparkling beneath the open trap door.
Let's go. I love how it like shines and I don't even have to pick this up. The game does it for me.
It was Peagram's gem, all right. A large, uncut blue stone. I guess I was already under its spell.
Did you find it?
What?
Whatever you was looking for.
Yeah. Listen, McGuire. I want you to keep this to yourself.
No problemo. Just chuck us up a crate of lager.
No way. You're not old enough.
We can sell it and make some cash.
Forget it, kid. I couldn't betray Mr. Leary's trust.
I could.
You already
For
betrayed
sure.
it when you told him you're the
That old
freaking
Mr. Goods
electrician.
deserves it.
If you want to do me a favor, keep a lookout for that guy in the suit.
Okay. But it'll cost you a packet of chips.
Okay,
Oh, and shout if you see that Ferrari.
okay. So you have to be quick. Okay. Can I fix this first? Do I just have to use
The
it?
faucet creaked, coughed, and spewed out a stream of rusty-colored water.
Okay, let's go. I think we just need to do the tower, but I'm just gonna check it in case. Yeah. Okay. Tower. Okay, sprint. Take this.
I held the towel under the faucet and soaked it with water.
Go. 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 Goat. Click on this. And tower.
The trickle of water was quickly absorbed by the plaster.
Okay.
I eased the solid piece of plaster from the sand. Underneath, it had formed a perfect copy of the statue.
Okay, let's go. Okay, let's... Oh. Okay, I thought we just had to... Okay.
The hardened plaster cast fitted snugly into the 5 matching sockets. There was a soft thud, then silence.
This is the instant plaster of Paris. So it's the newest technology in archaeology. 45. Wow. Let's go. Oh, not wow! We're having so many cutscenes today. Montfaucon. That evening, back in Paris. Wow, we're back to this lady. Oh no, found part of photograph which links. Also the dad is like with the I forgot his name with.
My father, grinning at the camera. I couldn't
He's
believe
bad,
it.
I guess.
The photograph showed
He was with
Carchon
Carchon
smiling happily
on
to
a
camera,
picture.
with a background of burning huts and death.
Can I connect them?
No.
Okay. What am I actually supposed to do? I don't know. I should probably read. I'll read in
I
a
had
second.
messages waiting to be played.
Oh.
You have 3 messages.
Hey, Collard, it's me, your favorite editor. Guess what? I'm gonna give you a second chance. I need somebody to write the TV column. Pays lousy, so what's new? If you're interested, drop by the office. In fact, drop by the office anyway. We have to talk, Nico. That story of yours I spiked. It won't go away. You've made some dangerous enemies out there.
Hey, Nico, it's your old pal. Your new pal, George. Whoa, Ireland. It's a whole different country. And
Yes.
I got some amazing news for you. Gem of a story, in fact. Oh, gotta go. Yeah, fella here's got a drink lined up for me. See you tomorrow, Nico. Slonsha. Yep, only here for a day and I'm speaking the lingo like a local.
Mademoiselle Coulard, this is Imelda Carchon. I wanted to thank you for being so understanding when... Come to lunch, why don't you? Tomorrow. I might have more news.
Wow,
There's a
we have
Monsieur
so
Merlon
many
coming to see
friends.
me this evening. He says he knows why Pierre was murdered. In fact, he'll be here shortly. I shall let you know what he says. Goodbye, dear girl. Till tomorrow.
Merlin? Oh my God. Merlin's the killer. I better get over there and warn her now. When it came to being two-faced, Imelda was up there with the best. I owed her nothing, but I couldn't just let her die.
Yeah, the first NPC that we stole from. Let's go.
I arrived to find the Palais Royal courtyard deserted. I only hoped that I'd beaten the assassin here. I had to warn Imelda before it was too late.
Let's go. I should probably ring. I mean, now it's late.
Locked? No way was I going to break through a door like that. The intercom system wasn't working. Bad sign. Somebody had cut the wire.
Okay. There's the other way though. I wanted to climb this so bad last time. Finally I can.
Fixed tight. Presumably to stop critics stealing it. Who else would want to? That broken window looked like the best way in.
Yes.
Fixed tight.
Okay.
I
The sound
unhooked
effect.
the first wire.
Boom. Let's look. Okay.
I released the second wire. Even with both wires removed, the statue remained upright.
Let's push it, I guess.
If I could deconstruct this, I could deconstruct anything.
I mean, not that this was hard, but okay. And now
The plastic sheet was thick and strong. I'd need more than my hands to tear it.
Um, a knife. We don't have a knife though. Okay, this, I guess. I think this was the bullet. The bullet casing. Oh no, it's locked. Okay, we have a lock. No, it's open. Okay. We did it. Broke into Carshon's apartment. I make a great cat burglar. Go. Let's go. Silently, slowly. Okay, they are there, I think.
My God, I'm too late.
Oh. Or it's just sleeping like this.
Imelda. Oh no.
Nico?
Don't worry, you're going to be all right.
You know that isn't true.
It was Merlin, wasn't it?
Wow.
Dressed as a cavalier. Absurd. You came to warn me, didn't you?
I must be crazy.
Let me see you, Nico.
All this time you were just using me. Which one is the real Imelda?
You are an extraordinary girl. Thierry would have been so proud of you.
You didn't know my father.
So like him. Something about the eyes. I wish we'd had time to get to know each other.
Okay, yeah, Nico is hot, but like...
She was gone.
she's also evil.
She cheated me. Lied to me. Used me.
Kinda. I feel like she is. Like, not in like a bad guy way.
Even in death, Imelda looked the same. Beautiful, inscrutable. The Ice Queen alone in her ice
Okay,
palace.
I'm gonna be honest, Nico. This angle kinda doesn't help her beauty. I mean, it really... I think if you know this, like, it depends what people want, because if... Like, you might, like... If you know a lot about the game, it's fun to, like, listen to a person that knows a lot. But, and people are still, like, watching, like, what? First playthroughs, right? I mean, this obviously wouldn't be your first playthrough, because, like, you played
Around
this
her
already.
neck was a locket. I opened it. Inside was a tiny gold key. I took the key. I had to leave. I knew I could never return.
Let's go. Oh, just watch me back here. That was kinda anticlimactic. Let us save now. $48. Let's aim for 50%. I mean, we're gonna get to 50 for sure. Okay, so what did I get?
It was
A
the
key.
key from Imelda's locket.
Is this for the... Is this for this? Okay, I'm back. It's pretty nice. I closed it, but I just wanted to look at this because like she was a journalist, right? So it's kind of interesting how much did she get paid that she has this apartment. I mean, it's cheap because like the lady outside said so, but
The
how cheap?
box was carved by my father. The elephant on the lid.
Yeah, you already said that like 20 times.
I took out the key. I couldn't believe it. Imelda's key opened my father's box. I dreaded what I was going to find inside.
Oh, the third part of this picture. Wow, there's so many parts of this one picture.
It was a photograph of Imelda. But why here? In my father's box? I felt as if a black hole had swallowed me up. Imelda and Carchon grinning. While behind them a village was being razed to the ground. Its people butchered.
Oh, now that I see this picture,
And
your
there,
dad isn't that happy, you know?
next to them, staring out at me across the years, my own father.
I mean, it is nice,
There was
but
a letter.
yeah.
I feared there was even worse to come.
Like, honestly, we don't see much of it, unless in the next games we see more of the apartment, like in Blackwell series, where we, like, don't see the apartment a lot, but we see it evolve, kinda. That would be cool in this game too.
Hotel St. George, Algiers, Friday. My darling Thierry, by the time you read this, you'll be safely out of Africa. You need not fear. Pierre and the organization do not know who you're really working for, or about us. Did you think I would betray you? I could not. You wanted me to leave him, but I don't have your courage. I know too much of what has been going on here. They would find me and they would kill us both. Enjoy your life in Paris, Thierry. Your life of honor, of patriotic duty. Do they give medals to spies? No. They'll just give you a phony job in an embassy somewhere. I could never share that with you. Imagine me, a diplomat's wife. So I must stay here with Pierre, the two of us bound together by what we have done to this country. Au revoir, my love. You will be in my heart until I die. Imelda. Suddenly everything made sense. My father had been working undercover for the government. He was one of the good guys after all.
I mean, to be honest, the picture already, like... Okay, I'm just
He and
gonna say
Imelda
something in a
must have
second when
fallen
she
in
stops.
love. She'd found out who he really was, so he had to leave. It had broken her heart, but she had never revealed it to anyone. I knew I couldn't either. Whatever he was doing, he'd had good reason to keep it secret. I decided I would respect that and tell nobody.
Okay, so, like, I expected the second part of the picture to have her dad, and because that was pretty... I think everybody kinda expected that, like you get half a picture, and then, oh, I wonder what's on the other side. Oh, Carchon and my father knew each other. Okay, the next morning. She was just sitting here for the night, for the entire night.
I knew it was George. For a moment I was tempted to pretend that I was out, or ask him to go away and come back later. But then... Come in. Hello, George.
Teleports.
So, where did you stay last night?
At McDevitt's. I got to drinking with Doyle and a couple of the guys.
That explains why you look so ill today. Did you get any sleep at all?
Not much. I had to share the room with
I
another
still
guy.
can't believe George went there for a day.
Hardly. He was dead. Then Leary woke me in the middle of the night to help bail out the cellar.
The cellar was flooded?
Yeah, some idiot had left the faucet running.
And you say
Wow.
Pigram had disappeared?
Without a trace. But my visit wasn't a complete waste of time.
Boom. Check this
Pigram's
out.
gem?
The Templars gem.
His face
Whoever
is always
Jacques
like,
Marquet
yo,
is,
check this
he's
out.
in for a disappointment.
Jacques Marquet?
He's the guy who should have collected the gem from Fitzgerald.
Takes it.
What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man.
Okay,
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Yes. So we have this.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
This half of it.
Between them is a gem
This
supported
is in
by
the
a
museum.
tripod. There's a guy working on a loom.
Yeah, I know this, but I didn't know. I guess I could because I could like go back before I went through the entrance, but like whatever.
A knight with a crystal ball. The knight's scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through my teachings, you will be enlightened.
And this.
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
I mean, I wouldn't call this 3 hideous faces, but sure. This looks like 3 J's.
There's a woman, but the
What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man.
Yes. I didn't even know we got a picture of a hanged man.
I can't sit here all day, much as I'd like to.
Okay. Don't forget to look for Lopinot at the Krun Museum.
Wait, no,
and
before.
why don't you see if Rosso has heard anything?
Okay, whatever.
Okay.
Fine.
Anything else I can do for you while I'm out? Shopping, a trip to the laundromat?
Just take care of yourself.
I still can't believe George is just a random dude. At least for now, I don't know if something's happening in the next games. But for now, he's just a random tourist that just so happens to be here, and he's like.
I so much wanted to talk to
Just
George
doing
about
everything.
everything that had happened, but I knew I never could. My father's connection to Africa would have to remain a secret forever. His bravery would be known only to the government and to me. Revealing it would just damage his memory. People would take the story and twist it. Before long, he would be the villain and Carchon would be the hero. I know how they do that. I'm a journalist.
So I actually forgot to pause the recording between this and the previous game. Be right back. My dad is calling me. Okay, I'm sorry for disappearing for so long. I just had to help my parents. I can just fly. I can just. Oh, I can't. Freak. I wanted to go back to Ireland. I should have also put this be right back screen, but I didn't expect this to go so long. So we were supposed to go to Rousseau, to a few places. So let's go to the police first.
It was just some police paperwork, a search warrant.
Okay.
Sergeant Moo?
Yes.
Have you heard of a man called Marquet?
Yes. He used to be known as the Mole of Montmartre. I heard he's been hospitalized, probably by one of his rivals.
Rivals?
Which hospital was Marquet taken to?
The Hagenmeyer Clinic, in the Avenue des Hérissons.
Why was Marquet known as the Mole of Montmartre?
Because he lived in Montmartre, I suppose.
Yeah, it's a
but why
fantastic
the mole?
mustache.
I don't know. Maybe he ruined people's lawns.
I'd like to report an assault.
I already did this.
Where is the victim?
I'm the victim. I've been harassed by a pair of thugs.
I see. And where did this alleged assault take place?
Outside the Hotel Ubu. They stopped me as I was leaving and went through my pockets.
Could you describe the suspects, monsieur?
One looked like a gorilla, and the other looked like a weasel. Their names are Flap and Guido.
Bon. I'll get them this time.
Okay, do you know this?
That is not a good idea.
Okay.
Does this matchbook...
You already showed me, monsieur. It's a beauty.
What doesn't sound real? I honestly don't know. The assault? It happened.
Would you like to shake my hand, Sergeant?
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur.
Okay, okay, actually, there's actually nothing I want to give to this.
Did I show you my tool, Sergeant?
Yes, monsieur. Unfortunately, you did.
Are you sure you don't want this false nose?
Don't try my patience, monsieur.
I won't.
Do you recognize this dirty tissue?
I told you, no, monsieur.
No, monsieur.
Did I show you this photograph, Sergeant?
Yes, monsieur.
Okay.
See you later, Sergeant.
Can I call somebody and just threaten them? No. No threatening today. Okay, I guess let's go to cafe. I think this place is closed. Oh, hello. We're gonna attack.
Hi there, remember me? Ah, mais oui, Inspector. Have you found him?
Have you found him?
The man in the sewer, of course.
I'm, sifting through the evidence.
Rather you than me, monsieur. So, when you are not exploring sewers, what do you do?
Go to
I take a
Ireland.
lot of showers.
Thank you.
Oh, very good, monsieur. A policeman with a sense of humor.
Oh, okay. I can't show you anything. I'm going back to the source, okay? For a second, I thought this was a new guy or something. I'm here now. Nothing
Smelled
here.
like someone had dumped a truckload of fish in a locker room on a hot summer afternoon.
Oh, wow. Boom. The cafe is closed. Okay, so there's basically nothing here. Oh, hospital. Musée Kroon. Go to the museum first. This is where the tripod is.
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
I found this gem at a medieval site in Ireland.
That means nothing to me, monsieur.
How did you manage to get this job?
I had the right qualifications, a military manner, squeaky shoes, and an irrational hatred of children.
Okay, okay.
Do you know anything about the Knights of the Temple?
No, sir. Not a sausage.
The sign on the tripod says it was found at a Templar preceptory.
It does?
Yeah. It doesn't mention John Dee at all.
Most
Dee?
remiss.
You don't know anything about the tripod, do you?
No, I don't. I never had much of a start in life, you see. I owe what little education I gained to my uncle. He was an optician, but he also doubled as the village school teacher.
I think we already
The
had this.
alphabet. Wait, 19 letters of it. The bottom row of the chart was too small even for him to read, so he left them out.
Why don't you start over and enroll for adult education?
You know, I never thought of that. Do you think if I studied hard and did all my homework, I could be a professor of history?
Yes.
At your age? Dream on.
Okay.
Do you know anything about medieval manuscripts?
Not me, monsieur. I am no scholar. Though people, it
Okay,
is the
this is
uniform,
already-
I guess.
Did they ask you?
They asked me to practice. No. They asked.
Whereas,
Okay, I already
of
tagged
course
this, I'm
not.
sorry, but...
Can you give me any further information about the tripod?
Certainly, monsieur. It's infamous. That tripod, that belonged to John Dee.
What's
the
the
freak is-
importance of John Dee's tripod?
Dee was the most
Dee's
famous
nuts.
escapologist of the 16th
I did
century.
it. I said it.
The Houdini of his time.
Don't you mean alchemist? Escapologists use ropes, chains, and handcuffs, not tripods.
Well, whatever he was, that is the tripod he used in his experiments.
Experiments.
What kind of experiments did John Dee perform with his tripod?
Oh, the usual. Didn't you study chemistry at school?
Yeah, but
Everyone
we
this
skipped over
tripod.
ophthalmology. Can I take a closer look at the tripod?
What? Get it out of the case? Ah, no! That tripod is protected by a sophisticated surveillance system.
How sophisticated?
A painfully loud alarm bell.
How is the alarm bell triggered?
By the slightest pressure on or movement of any part of the case wherein that tripod is situated.
It strikes me that to call your alarm system sophisticated is, well, stretching the truth a little.
It has never failed yet. The sophistication is in its simplicity.
Deep.
Thanks for your help.
Oh, freak. I'm gonna billiard that. Okay.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, this are the same, okay. Let's go to the hospital. New place, Tenzen Adroit 10. Let's save real quick. Oop. Hop. Let's see how far in the game are we. Is it? We're almost halfway through. Hype. 50% hype. Okay, let's open this.
I felt a little guilty as I tried the door, like I was about to rob a grave. I gripped the handle with an involuntary tremor in my hand and pulled. The door was locked.
Wow. I'm just gonna check something really quick, excuse me guys. Everything seems alright. Okay.
The guy seemed to be practicing his air of authority. Today he was working on his withering stare.
Yeah, I think you're very far behind, or you just commented this right now. Just saying.
Hi,
My name's George Stobart.
Really? If you
But
wish
yeah, it
to
was
make an
amazing.
appointment, see the receptionist.
I'm looking for a guy named Jacques Marquet.
Ah, okay. Okay, that's
In
good.
which department does he work?
He doesn't. He's a patient.
I see. You do realize there are strict policies regarding visiting hours, don't you?
Ah, yeah, okay. What are you cooking, though?
This is important. I have to talk to Marquet urgently.
We make no exceptions to the rules.
It's a matter of life and death.
The well-oiled running of this hospital is a matter of life and death.
I still haven't eaten the hamburger I wanted
Why we have rules.
since I started playing that Happy's Burger game. Like, I wanted... instead, I ate sushi today, so...
That Marquet is not what he seems.
So a soul for a soul.
Explain yourself.
He's in league with a bunch of guys who want to take over the world.
Nonsense. Besides, Marquet's employers have paid in advance for one of our most
I can't believe we both want hamburger because of the freaking game.
Could you tell me who Marquet's employers are?
Certainly not.
Look at this, Doc. It's a genuine medieval type gemstone.
Yes, so I see. Remarkable.
I have to take this gem to Marquet.
I'm just wondering why the heck George wanted to show this to him, but the police know.
Like what?
Is catheter for one.
Does the name Thomas Merlin mean anything to you?
No, it does not.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamat?
No, sir, I have not.
Does this tool mean anything to you?
Sacre
oh, after we have the
That's
tool back.
exactly what I needed in my last operation.
What?
It is?
I had to improvise with a knitting needle and a couple of corks. If only you'd been on hand at the time. My patient would have given his right arm for it.
May I have the honor of shaking you by the hand?
You may not. I don't encourage physical contact between my staff.
What do you make of this tissue, sir?
If I were you, I'd have the sample analyzed.
That's actually what we want to do.
Do you recognize this?
I mean, not
red
now
nose,
because I
sir?
think we know, but...
No, I do not. This is a hospital, not a circus ring. We minister to the sick in body, not the sick in mind.
What?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, sir, I do not.
Does this white powder mean anything
drug?
to you?
No, sir, I do not pretend to know the pharmacist's job.
Okay.
Thanks for your help. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Is this the
She has
Hagenmeyer
way
clinic?
bigger nose here than...
That's correct.
I thought I was in a garden center.
Oh, the plants. They were my idea. A little greenery to evoke the spirit of nature. How may I help you?
I'm here to see Jacques Marquet.
Oh, yes. Are you related to our client, sir?
He's... yes.
Yeah, I'm his long-lost brother.
A brother half his age with a different name and an American accent.
Yeah, people always say that. I blame Mom. We were separated at an early age. After a mix-up in the nursery at the Oakland shopping mall.
I've never heard anything so ridiculous in all my life.
I mean, this is
I
a
guess
reference to
not.
something, but
So, do I get to see Marquet before the funeral?
That attitude will get you nowhere. My instructions were quite clear. No one gets to see Marquet. So unless you can prove you're a relative or a close
he's not a good liar unless
you're
he
wasting
has...
your time
it's about work. Then he is a great liar.
Has Marquet been visited by a man in a clown costume?
Oh, no.
You haven't seen a man in disguise?
Well, there's Theodore the Bear. He comes every Thursday to entertain the children. Personally, I think he scares them half to death in that crummy old bear suit.
Freaking Five
If
Nights
I
at
was
Freddy's?
stuck on my back with tubes in every orifice, he's the last person I'd want to see.
Orpheus, let's go.
Has
Orpheus
Marquet had a visit from a pair of gangsters?
I should hope not. Can you describe them?
A thin guy who looks like a weasel and his friend, the gorilla.
Sounds as if they escaped from the zoo.
Maybe they did.
Is this plaster any use to you?
I'm allergic to plaster.
Okay.
Have you seen this man here at the clinic?
No, sir. And I never forget a face.
Okay, nose.
What does this false nose remind you of?
Oh, it's a clown's nose.
Yes.
Can you think of any use for this greasy tissue?
I guess you could use it to baste a roast turkey.
Okay.
I'd like to shake you by the hand.
Don't be fresh, young man.
What does this tool suggest to you?
Is it a crack detector?
Cracked?
Polar explorers use them to poke about in the snow.
Oh no.
Cracked detector.
Have you
I
heard
thought
of the
it was
club element?
about drugs.
No. It sounds romantic, doesn't it?
Look at this ID pass.
So you're Merlin. Marquet's been asking for you.
For me?
Yes. He was shouting your name when they brought him in here.
The freaking
Now,
dialogue
let me
just gets
see.
louder and louder. Okay, it's changed.
He was on Ward B12, as I recall.
Let's
Oh,
go.
he's being transferred to... Oh dear. He's on Ward J2. That's
The Joker tier.
Nurse Grendel's ward.
I love how I already have the picture of the person. Question. But let's
What does
see
this gem suggest to you?
I advise you not to flash that around.
What's so bad about Nurse Grendel?
She runs that ward like a South American prison.
Keeping a well-disciplined ward isn't a crime, is it?
Well disciplined. In the discipline and punishment stakes, she'd whip the butt off the Marquis de Sade. Everything, I mean everything, is done to a strict routine.
It's a hospital, what the
6
freak?
o'clock alarm call, 6:10 bowel movements, and woe betide anyone who doesn't have a result. Those patients of hers are like Pavlova's dogs.
She sounds like a real nightmare.
And then some.
If Nurse Grendel is that bad, how come the authorities tolerate her?
She's like part of the furniture.
I was beginning to get the picture. This woman was jealous, with a big green capital J.
Why green though?
How do I find Nurse Grendel's ward?
Down the corridor on the left, turn right at the senior consultant's washroom. Right again at the executive coffee lounge. Bear left past the administrator's sauna. And turn left at the end. That's J2. And good luck.
Wait, I was supposed to remember that?
Thanks
No.
for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
I just turned off my brain when I heard the directions. I'm just gonna freaking go. I wasn't
As
paying
I
attention
turned the
enough.
corner, I saw the source of the hellish noise which echoed through the corridors. It was an industrial polishing machine with an odd-looking guy in tow. He looked blissfully happy, for no apparent reason.
Do you have to be happy or unhappy for a
Hello?
reason?
What's that?
I said hello.
Oh, hiya.
I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
That's what I thought you said. Don't look so down in the mouth. No matter how bad things seem, I never let life get on top of me.
Oh, yeah? What's your secret?
Why, it's easy. All you have to do is smile and whistle this little tune.
You know what? If you start whistling, I'll bust you in the teeth.
What is happening? Why?
It's a deal.
Do you recognize this powder?
Is that dandruff?
No
What?
way.
It sure looks like dandruff.
It's plaster.
Ugh.
What?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Who is it?
That's what I'm asking you. Have you seen him before?
How should I know? You haven't told me who he is.
Take a look at the photo.
Yeah, okay.
Now, have you seen him before?
No.
Okay.
Take a look at this red nose.
Are you a policeman?
No, this is a clown's nose, not a policeman's.
Wow.
What does this tissue suggest to you?
You have a cold. What you need is vitamin C.
Would you like to shake my hand?
I'm scared.
Not until I've washed, if you don't mind, sir.
Okay, it's fine.
Would this tool be any use to you?
No, sir. Mr. Shiny has no user-serviceable parts. Whatever that means.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
You should never, ever play with matches.
I know that, but...
It's empty.
People get hurt when they do. They end up in hospital, like the burger lady. She was so burned up they didn't know whether to use bandages or onions.
Do you recognize this pass?
No, I don't. Should I?
No, but I wondered if you'd seen a stranger flashing it about.
No, sir. But if I had, Mr. Shiny would take care of
What?
it.
What do you think of this, Sam?
Oh, boy. What is it?
A priceless gemstone, found in a medieval castle in Ireland. Get me into Marquet's ward, and it's yours.
I don't wear jewellery.
If this gem was yours, you'd be able to buy 100 Mr. Shinies.
Don't be silly. There's only one Mr. Shiny.
There's only one Mr.
Have you
Shiny.
seen any unsavory characters lurking about in the quarters?
No, sir, I haven't. But I've got nothing to worry about. What's that, Mr. Shiny? You'd take good care of the rascals, I'll bet you would. With
This
a
is like a
friend
serial
him,
killer.
I've no fear of oppressors.
It must be a great comfort.
He is.
Would Mr. Shiny be your polishing machine by any chance?
Please, don't call him that. He's more of a friend than a machine. I've had Mr. Shiny for 3 years, and he's never let me down once.
Wow.
Do you know where I'd find a patient called Marquet?
No, I'm not allowed on the wards with Mr. Shiny.
Okay.
How come you got so attached to a polishing machine?
I asked you not to call him that. He's got a name, you know.
Friend information machine, yes. Mr. Shiny.
Yeah, Mr. Shiny. It's just that...
You think it's odd, don't you? I don't mind. The rest of the staff think I'm twisted. I heard them snorking behind me back when I gave Mr. Shiny his weekly pull through.
Interesting.
See you later.
Yeah, take care now.
Is this Mr. Shiny?
The connector in the socket supplied electricity to the polishing machine.
Yes. I'm gonna use that for something later.
Hey now, you can't go in there.
How come?
I'm responsible for the contents of that cupboard.
Let's go. Let's disconnect Mr. Shiny.
As I tugged the plug out of the socket, the polishing machine coughed, spluttered, and died.
Let's go. We have time now. I killed him.
Mr. Shiny, what's wrong, pal?
Let's go. Let's take Mr. Shiny. Dude, do something. You have time. Okay. Why? Oh, go, 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 go. I just became a dog. He's just stealing jobs from everybody.
Hello.
Oh, hi. No whistling, right?
Right. Are you having trouble with Mr. Shiny?
Yes, I am. I don't know what's got into him today. He keeps pulling his plug.
See you later.
Yeah, take care now.
I literally don't. I had like no reason to do this right now. But now I guess I do.
Good afternoon, Doctor.
Oh, hi. Is this Ward J2?
Yes, sir. The patients are ready for your inspection, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse.
You'll need this, Doctor.
Yeah, I just
She
needed
gave
to
me a
feel
long, narrow
something.
metal box and a stunning smile. Thanks.
Could you take a look at the client in bed number 3 now? His name is Eric Sopmarsh.
Okay, what is a bomb?
Do you have any clowns on the ward?
Why, yes, we do. A professional clown.
Nice.
I'll bet he lightens the place up.
Hardly. Monsieur Boissy has been in a coma for the last 3 months.
Oh. Oh.
What's wrong with Boissy?
He was involved in a very nasty accident. A silly stunt involving a unicycle. His current condition is due to post-traumatic shock. It's unlikely he'll ever perform as a clown again.
Oh.
It's an ill wind that blows nobody any good.
Do you have a patient named Marquet on this ward?
Oui, monsieur. He is in the private room at the end of the ward. He has been placed in strict isolation.
Okay.
Why is Marquet in quarantine?
If you wish to know more, you'll have to speak to Herr Hagenmeier. All I know is that Marquet's room is strictly out of bounds.
Okay.
Do you know who paid for Marquet's room?
No, of course I don't.
Preferential treatment like that must cost an arm and a leg.
That's not my concern, monsieur.
You're from America, so you should know.
Is this plaster any use to
how
you?
much frequent
No,
help
it
could
isn't.
cost. You even have it more
Is
expensive,
this
probably.
plaster any use to you?
No, it isn't.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I don't.
Just not.
Do you recognize this tissue?
No, I don't. It looks like a chronic health risk to me.
Well, I've been carrying it around for days and I'm okay.
It's nothing to
Would
flex
you like to
about.
shake hands with me?
Well...
No, it's okay. Forget it.
I love how he like dips, like he wants to shock somebody, but then he's like, oh, she will actually do this.
Does this tool mean anything to you?
I don't recognize it.
Does this mean anything to you?
The Club Alamut? I've never heard of it.
Do you know Merlin of Gruber Electronics?
No, I don't.
Okay.
What is this device?
It's for taking the patient's blood pressure, doctor.
Does this gem mean anything to you?
It's beautiful, but I've never seen it before.
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Patient number 3 is
This guy didn't look sick to me. He didn't have spots or stitches, and he certainly didn't have a fever.
I guess it is patient 3 because this is the only guy I can talk to.
Hello? Anybody home?
Who are you?
My name is Dr. Stobart, and I'm here to steer you down the rocky road to recovery.
Dr. Monroe said there was no cure for what I've got.
Oh.
Your problem is you stayed in bed too long.
Are you sure you're a qualified doctor?
You better believe it. I'm going to take your blood pressure.
Why?
I'm a doctor. It's my job.
Oh, it's bigger than I thought. It's okay.
Seems fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
What can you tell me about Marquet?
He's the man in the private room, isn't he? That room was mine before I was tossed out like a common squatter.
Do you know what's wrong with Marquet?
They won't even say what's wrong with me. Tell me, doctor, what's your opinion?
It's too early to say.
I was here
But
for
I've been here for 3 months.
What's your impression of Nurse Grendel?
She's a very efficient young woman.
Efficient? You make her sound like a vacuum cleaner.
like a Mr. Shiny.
The woman in reception described Nurse Grendel as a monster.
Well, that's simply not true. She's quite strict, but that's her job, isn't it? You've got to have discipline in a place like this.
Okay, this drug
Do you know what
powder.
this is?
It looks like plaster.
Yes.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, doctor. Who is it?
A cold-blooded killer. Do you recognize this red nose?
Doesn't that belong to Boissy?
No. I found it.
Wow.
He's a clown, you know. You wouldn't think so to look at him now, would you?
Have you any idea what this is?
No, doctor. I wouldn't even like to guess.
No way.
No way.
Do you know what this tool is used for?
I'd rather not, doctor.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamut?
I'm not really a nightclub man, doctor.
I'm more of a day club man.
Have you heard of a guy called Merlin?
No, doctor.
Does this gem mean anything to you?
No, doctor.
Okay, thank you,
I'll
that's
come
it.
back later.
Let's go here. Let's go to the secret room.
Doctor!
Yes.
What is it?
You haven't taken...
Ah, right. He's not even freaking putting this on.
Seems fine to me.
You're not... Of course. No, you're not. Dr. Monroe never did it like that.
I can't take a satisfactory reading while you're excited like this. I'll come back later.
Okay, I actually have to probably... nurse, how the freak do you do this? Because George is too stupid to put... I'm sorry,
Pardon
not
me, nurse.
educated
Oui,
enough
monsieur?
to put this on.
Do you want this,
Device for measuring blood pressure?
Yeah, do you want it back?
No, thank you.
Okay, I'm not gonna
Thank you,
scare
nurse.
about anything
revoir.
else because, like...
It was a device used for measuring people's blood pressure.
Yes. If you ask me again... Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Okay, I think I know what to do. Wait a second. I have to go back.
I'll come.
I have to go to the other doctor. Big manometer. Okay. Oh, there is another person.
The young man's face was full of eagerness and enthusiasm. I figured he was fresh from college.
Oh, I didn't want to go there. Manometer? I don't know how it's called in Polish. I mean, it's probably the same, but like Polish. But I have this at home. Oh, yes, you moved. I want to talk to you.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Yes, sir? Pleased to meet you, sir.
Call me George if you like.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's my name.
My name's Benoit, but everyone calls me Bunny.
Bunny?
Bunny.
That's right. I used to have this cute habit when I was a kid.
Keep it to yourself, Benoit.
Okay, I know what to do. I think I have to give this to him.
Do you know anything about a patient named Marquet?
No, sir, I don't know much about any of the patients.
I've never met a doctor who admits that he's only human.
I'm only a trainee, sir. I'm sure I'll get the hang of things.
Do you know the nurse on Ward J2?
No, monsieur. This is my first day here. I can't wait to get my hands dirty. I was talking about treating my first patient, of course. I didn't mean I'd get my hands dirty with a nurse.
Shut up, Benoit.
Shut up, Benoit. Okay,
Here, take this pressure gauge.
Thank you, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, keep it safe until I think of something.
I mean, I know what to do.
Does this gem mean anything to you?
Not me, sir.
Do you know what this white powder is?
No, sir.
Okay.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur. I've never seen him before.
Does this false nose mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Is that a nasal discharge, sir?
No,
Nasal
it's
discharge.
grease paint. Shake my hand, Benoit.
I don't think that's a good idea, sir.
How come?
Dermatitis.
I don't have dermatitis.
I do.
Yeah.
What does this tool suggest to you?
Isn't that used to snap the patient's ribs?
What?
Down in the abdomen?
I guess?
Have
No.
you ever heard of the Club Alamet?
No, sir.
Have you ever heard of a guy named Merlin?
No, sir.
Okay.
See you later.
Right.
The young man's face was full of...
Excuse me, sir.
Aha! You must be the new boy.
No, he's here.
Yeah, I must be.
Well, stop wandering about and make yourself useful. Bunny, come here, boy. This is Benoit, my nephew. Can I trust you to look after him?
Yes. Yes.
He is fresh out of medical school. It will open his eyes to see a real doctor on the job.
I'll bet.
Show him around. Let him see some real suffering.
Okay, let's go, Benoit. Are you going with me? No, I have to talk to you again. No, you're gone. Are you here already? Where's Benoit? Where's Benoit? Oh, no, he is behind me. He's just so far behind me.
Stop!
What's the problem, Gramps?
Where do you think you're slipping off to? Get back to work immediately.
Let's go.
Hi, it's me again. I'll come.
You're gonna do
Hey,
this.
Benoit!
Yes, sir?
You're gonna do this work for me.
Do you still have that gauge I gave you?
Ah, yes. What do you want me to do with it?
Use it on Nurse Grendel.
Huh?
Go on, she'll enjoy it.
Well, okay.
Dr. Stobar,
Yeah?
I would appreciate it if you saved your jokes for the intern's restroom. This is a
Restroom.
hospital, not a cabaret.
Oh, lighten up.
I heard that. Any more nonsense and I shall report you to Dr. Hagenmeyer.
Okay.
Use it on Eric Sopmarsh.
Okay.
On the other side, okay. Like a freaking normal human being. I will go. You again?
I'm Dr. Stobart.
He was also in
Bonjour,
front of the
doctor.
house. You know who's the Machons? You know the lady that died, Ismelda, and the first guy that died. He was like the guard of the place.
Have you seen any suspicious characters on the ward?
Yeah, I have.
A gorilla and a weasel?
No, this was a
Ale te
tatty
budżet
old
went into
bear.
mustaches.
How's the bear acting suspiciously?
Well, he was wearing a homburg.
Is that against the law?
No, but it's pretty weird for a bear.
Have you heard of a guy called Marquet?
He's in quarantine, Doc, right behind this here door.
Marquet is just the man I wanted to see.
I wouldn't go in there if I was you. He has anthrax.
I have to visit my patient.
What for?
Routine. I have to check he's still breathing.
What if he's not?
I'll sign the certificate and register his bed as vacant.
That's a cold and distant attitude to death.
Well,
What
I've
is
been
nice was the-
institutionalized to the point of godlike aloofness.
The white coat suits you.
Thanks.
I want him to repeat that. That was amazing.
Catch you later, officer.
If I just saved
Au
not so
revoir,
long ago.
Doc.
Okay. Let's see how the length. 54%. Let's go. Oh.
Marquet?
Yes, I am Marquet. I've been expecting you.
You have?
Well, what are you waiting for? Get it over with.
I just want to know what I should do with the gem.
The Lachmar gem.
Yeah, right here in my pocket.
I thought you were one of the assassin.
What?
Not me. I never inhaled.
So, you were sent in my place?
Yeah. You could hardly make the trip to Ireland in your condition. What should I do with the gem?
Deliver it to the Grand Master. Quickly tell him that I have found the tripod. Right here in Paris.
You have it?
Not yet, but it's being taken care of. I hired a couple of stooges with a flair for petty crime.
Would that be Flap and Guido by any chance?
Oh my god, really?
Know them as for Klausner. He has gone off to Syria on a wild goose chase.
They have
I'm not
geese
being
in Syria?
chased. Right?
As a theory about the location of the...
Hello, Baldman.
That's enough excitement for one day, Monsieur Marquet. What are you doing here?
Talking to this patient, of course.
Monsieur Marquet is my patient. If Herr Hagenmeyer was to hear that...
Okay, I'm going. I'd learned all I could from Marquet anyhow.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, there you are, sir. I was just coming to look for you. I finished with your pressure gauge.
Thanks, Bunny.
What's that noise? It sounds as if someone's having a cardiac arrest.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
all right. The doctor's in there with him.
Are you sure he was
Not
a
the
doctor?
doctor, right?
Oui, monsieur. He showed me his ID. It was Dr. Braille.
There's no Dr. Braille working here.
He's an imposter.
Go, 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 go.
The door's locked. Help me, officer.
Stand back, monsieur.
Wow. It's gone. Click. Back in Nico's apartment.
Hello, George.
Hello. I have this pressure machine.
No way. I found Jacques Marquet.
Did he talk?
Yeah, he talked. For the very last time.
He's dead.
Yeah. Killed in cold blood by a bogus doctor.
That's despicable. What kind of guy would pass himself off as a doctor and take advantage of a dying man? Was it Khan?
No, I don't know who he was, but it certainly wasn't Khan. He got away, out the window.
What is this picture?
Have you ever heard of the Hashi-Ashin?
No.
Marquet said that they were his biggest enemy.
His biggest enemy was the bogus doctor.
Don't remind me. That guy was evil. He had wild, staring eyes like a dead fish. I'll never trust a doctor again. Do you think the assassin was responsible for killing Marquet?
I don't think so.
Doctor again.
He could have finished him off the first time. Besides, Marquet would have recognized him.
He was pumped to the gills with sedatives. He wouldn't have recognized the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse unless they'd introduced themselves.
Okay, I think that's it.
I guess I'd better go back and talk to that weirdo.
Which one, Rosso or Sergeant Mou? Oh, but you're referring to Andre.
I'll let you work it out.
Let's go. We're going somewhere else now. Okay, so these 2 places are off. These 3 places are off. Let's go to the police. We're gonna be finishing soon for today.
Sergeant Moo?
Yes.
I'd like to report.
Yes, Miss.
Outside, they stopped.
Could you?
One, their name.
No.
That. See you later.
Let's go to the museum. Is this the guy? And that the other guy
I
like?
beg your pardon. Are you Andre Lobineau?
That's me. You want my autograph?
No. I was told you may be able to help me.
Help?
My name is George Stobart. I'd like your professional opinion.
Well, okay. Shoot.
Does the name Montfaucon mean anything to you?
Sure. It was the most grisly spectacle in Paris until the Revolution.
A public toilet?
Montfaucon was the place of execution for many thousands.
Ah, that's why it's hanged
A
man.
dark temple of death, with row upon row of arches, each one framing a grim exhibit. Scores of rotting corpses swung on creaking rope, while the crows devoured their flesh.
That explains the image of the hanged man. I found a reference to Montfaucon in Ireland, in a village called Lochmarn.
Lochmarn? That's where Pegram was digging.
Yes.
That's right.
Everyone is so
He
drunk,
left the
yes.
excavation before I arrived. Do you know Pegram well?
Not really. I met him at a conference.
A
I would have
conference?
liked to talk to him in depth, but I didn't have time.
When was this?
Oh, back in the summer, July, I think.
July, okay.
I'd like your opinion on a medieval manuscript.
Vraiment? Do you have it with you?
No, it's too fragile. And besides, there are certain people who'd stop at nothing to get their hands on it.
Intriguing. Do you have a copy of the text?
There isn't much. Only a few Latin phrases. I was kind of hoping you'd help decipher the pictures.
Without seeing the manuscript, that's a tall order.
Just tell me one thing. What does the image of two men riding on the same horse suggest to you?
The Knights Templar. Does the Templar seal appear on this manuscript? I'd love to see that for myself.
Okay. The manuscript is being looked after by a friend.
In Paris?
Yeah. Not far from here, in fact.
Well, just give me the address and I'll come round and take a look.
I'm not so sure about that. Maybe I should check with her first.
A female friend?
Yeah, she's a woman. This friend who has the manuscript?
Oui, the anonymous girlfriend.
She lives at 361 Rue Jarry.
Ah, I know it well. I'll drop by. Just as soon as I can.
Can you tell me anything about the Knights Templar?
I sure can, Georgie. Soldiers, diplomats, mercenaries, monks, bankers, you name it, the Templars fit the bill. The greatest fighting force in Christendom, the militia of Christ.
Jeez.
Nice.
How did the Templars get their name?
From the building in which they set up their headquarters. The King of Jerusalem gave them part of a mosque on the Temple Mount. It was said to have been the site of the original Temple of Solomon. The order became known first as the Knights of the Temple, and later as the Knights Templar.
You're a mine of information, Andre.
Glad to be of help, Georgie.
Georgie.
How come the Templars became so wealthy?
There was a constant stream of new recruits to their ranks, many from noble families. They were required to swear a sacred oath of poverty, chastity, and obedience. So, their money, goods, and lands were donated to the order. The Templars soon held land in France, Scotland, England, Spain, most of Europe, in fact. The poor Knights of Christ became the wealthiest power in Christendom.
I'm just gonna say, it's so weird for me. I honestly expected to play more with Nico. I mean, there's still like 50% of the game left, but for now I mostly played as Chad George, and not much as Nico, which is weird. I mean, I guess George is more of a person that's just gonna check everything, every clue they have. Yeah, I mean, I expected them both after, like, we switched, but, like, George does most stuff, and then, like, Nico gets, like, a short scene, like, going to see Ismelda die.
Is it true the treasure of the Knights Templar was never found?
Who knows? So little knowledge of what really happened remains. Or, if it does, the truth has never been made public.
What do you mean by that?
The Templars have attained mythological status, like the King Arthur of the Britons. There are people even now who say the Templars still exist.
Do you think that's likely?
No, not for a minute.
I think you ought to know that the tripod is going to be stolen.
The Lochman tripod? No.
It's true. I can give you a description of the thieves.
Before the supposed event has taken place?
I heard them planning the raid.
They're wasting their time. The tripod is protected by a state-of-the-art alarm system.
It's just a ringing bell.
Don't say I didn't warn you. Why don't you loan the tripod to me for safekeeping?
Because I'd never see it again.
Well, don't you trust me?
It's not a question of trust, George. That tripod is hundreds of years old and extremely fragile.
I get your point. Have you ever heard of the Hashashin?
Why, yes, it was a radical Muslim sect whose name became synonymous with murder.
Assassin.
It was formed in 11th century Persia, shortly before the Crusades.
At roughly the same time as the Templars.
Yes, they gave a new word to our language, Assassini, the assassins.
Yeah, okay, so I guess...
How did the assassins get their name?
From the legend surrounding the secrets of their initiation rites. A young man who sought to join the sect was given hashish until he drifted into dreams. He awoke to find himself in a fabulous garden with everything he could wish for.
The freshest water, the most delicious food, the choicest hash, and the most delectable women imaginable.
Cool. Do you have the address?
I haven't finished the story. There was a price to pay for this taste of paradise.
Wouldn't you just know it?
The young man would wake the next day to find himself back in the real world. He was told that he'd been given a glimpse of the heaven reserved for holy martyrs. A heaven he would enjoy for eternity if he was willing to join the Hashashin.
Okay.
How did the assassins operate?
Well, as I explained, the new recruits would be only too willing to die for the cause. They'd be instructed in the use of the dagger, poisons, and disguise. Then, the Grand Master of the
Also,
sect
Khan
would
is
name
also
an enemy
one of
of
them,
Allah.
I guess.
And they'd stop at nothing to eliminate that enemy.
You got it. They were fearless and deadly.
Does the cult of the assassins still exist?
Take a look around at the world today. You tell me.
It's hard to say.
Where was the site of Montfaucon?
To the northeast, near the Canal Saint-Martin.
I guess we're going to France
There's
next.
nothing there now.
To
The old gibbet was torn
wait,
down
in France?
during the Revolution.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna go somewhere else in France.
Do you recognize this white powder, Andre?
No.
Does the guy in this photograph look familiar to you?
No.
Take a look at this nose, Labinot.
It really doesn't interest me, Georgie.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing.
Okay.
I'd like to shake you by the hand, Andre.
Not now, Georgie.
What do you make of this tool?
Interesting. Where did you get it?
From a dig in Paris.
Vraiment? I didn't realize there were any excavations in progress in the city.
It was a small one.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Alamut is the name of the place where the Hashashin were based.
Oh.
Where is it?
Somewhere in what used to be called Persia. I'm not too hot on modern geography, I'm afraid. The most recent map I have shows America as an English colony.
Interesting.
What do you make of this ID card?
Nothing.
No way. What do you make of this?
It's the biggest gemstone I've ever seen. Where did you get it?
From Professor Pegram's messenger boy.
Did Pegram find this on his dig?
Yeah, the site where this was found was a Templar castle. Do you think it could be part of the Templar treasure?
No, I shouldn't think so. You're not one of those crazies who think the Templars still exist, are you?
Well, I try to keep an open mind on the matter.
Okay, that's it.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
I mean, we're finishing it right now anyway. It's fine. Next time let's go. Next time we're gonna go to Nico. And we're gonna play more tomorrow, of course. Because tomorrow is the day that we usually play this. 55%. Whew, so that was nice. That was fun. Yeah, so we finished also the previous game. The burger game, so next I have to find another game. I mean, I have one planned, maybe, but it's coming out in like 4 days, so I don't know yet. We'll see. Another horror game, which might be horror this time, actual horror. But yeah, that's it. And yeah, tomorrow we're gonna play the Tomorrow of Broken Sword. Hope to see you tomorrow or any other day. Maybe we should raid somebody. Is anybody alive right now? Or it's late, I guess. Maybe not. Yeah, okay. We're just gonna hope to see you next time. Bye.